Welcome to the Whiskey Advent Calendar for day 7. So we've had a bunch of single malts, we have a blend, we're back to single malts. I think this premium whiskey calendar is good so far. I'm digging it. We're going to do a blind assessment, guess, or just analyze what we're tasting, guess what we think it is, look up and find out if we're wrong or right, and then maybe make a comparison. For clarity purposes, I'm not getting any money from this. They did send me a free advent calendar, and that's the one that I'm using. I had somebody cover up these labels with tape and put a piece of paper to tell me what it was inside of it. So, here we go. Oh, I think I spilled a little down the side. Okay. So, as always, the goal with sensory, try for as long as possible to not come to a conclusion. As soon as you come to a conclusion, you stop learning. You stop discovering. Oh, hey! It's the wrong time to give that speech, because this is bourbon. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, that nose. Yeah, that is dark toasted vanilla, heavy barrel wood, cinnamon and clove. It's dry on the nose. There's that sort of dustiness of a corn bin. Definitely that new oak tannin in the nose. The dryness. Now, what bourbon? No idea. I am sort of getting a chocolate cherry. So it could be wheat forward, but there is a spiciness to the nose that's either coming from the oak or it's coming from rye grain. As it sits, it gets more of that dark cherry. I have no idea what this is. Guys, my palate for bourbon, I like it, but I can't narrow down. In my brain, malt, whiskey, Scotch, Irish, American, whatever, lives in this huge spectrum of fruits and finishes and things. In my brain, the section dedicated to bourbon is like this narrow pie slice, and I always feel like everything I'm smelling and tasting overlaps with each other and bangs into each other, and I have such a hard time getting in there and separating them out from each other. I don't have the palate history with bourbon that I have with malt. So, who knows? Oh, okay. Dark cooking chocolate. Bitter chocolate, slight cherry sweet, and then cinnamon dry and oak. Higher proof. If I was guessing, this is a 6 to 8 year bourbon. I think it's wheat forward. I think it might be wheat, but there's some dry and spice that it could be a light rye. If it was a strong rye, I'm going to be really surprised. Although there is a lot of cinnamon and clove. Again, this bourbon's rough, man. Anytime I'm doing bourbon, I can always be argued in a different direction. Very easily. Like if I take a side, I only start finding things that reinforce what I thought I was going to find. And then if someone says, no, but it's the opposite, I immediately go like, oh yeah, I could see that. And then I start finding those things. I need to practice my bourbon blinds more. I'm still going to stand by there's a cinnamon clove, vanilla cream, dusty corn, bitter cooking chocolate, maybe a hint of cherry, and a lot of oak. Okay. No idea. But, God, I hope that's bourbon. That'd be real embarrassing. Okay. It's barrel bourbon. 6-year-old. Okay, so we got that right. Batch 35. I'm going to walk over and see if I've got a barrel bourbon that's anywhere close. We'll cut the dead air. Okay, guys, I don't think this is going to help. I don't think it's going to help. This is another special edition. Okay, hang on. For the first time, I'm going to actually go look up what is... I don't have the normal barrel bourbon. What is batch 30? What did it say? Where's my piece of paper? 35. I'm going to look it up. Hang on a second. Okay, according to the internet, it's a blend. The youngest is 6. The oldest is 13-year-old barrels, and they blended a whole age range. It was mostly high rye. See what I mean? No idea. It was mostly high rye, and then they did a lower proof entry, softer notes that they were trying to accent cherry. Thank you, found that. And then as they settled, they really went in for the fruit note blending. What I will say about barrel bourbon that I love a lot is that barrel, I think, does a great job of blending. Just a fantastic job. And they are almost single-handedly in the bourbon world. Not single-handedly, but they're one of the forefront, I think, of truly showing people that a blend of bourbon barrels is a magical thing. The Pursuit guys are doing it. I've got friends like Old Raleigh in North Carolina who are doing it. There's a lot of other people blending bourbon, but I love that Barrel wins the awards and the notice, and I think they're doing a fantastic job of really creating interesting, unique whiskeys. I don't know where they sourced everything from for that blend, but evidently it's mostly high rye bourbon. Nope, it still smells soft and cherry, and in my brain, when I go down my path, one of my mental markers for wheat is always this like soft cherry cream or chocolate cherry note that my brain usually is like, oh, there's your soft wheat. But I've been misled by that a couple of times now, so I think I need to regrid my tasting notes for bourbon again. Oh, all right. Anyway, barrel bourbon. That's good. They threw it in. Does that mean we're going to start getting other whiskeys? Like maybe there's Ireland, maybe there's Canada, who knows? Maybe there's more America. Ooh, I would love to stumble onto an American single malt in there. I guess we'll find out. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm really glad you're here. Cheers.